This has been a really interesting session, and I think what we want to make sure that people don't forget is that as a result of this session, we have one of the highest tax increases in state history. We have the highest spending increase in state history at a time when Minnesota's economy was recovering. It was frankly unnecessary. And on top of that, many damaging policies that frankly will hurt job growth and really haven't helped Minnesota families. So unfortunately, Democrats took a lot of opportunities this session to put themselves before the Minnesotans that they represent, building themselves a $90 million Senate office building, pay raises for themselves, for the governor, for the constitutional officers. Frankly, they've had the wrong priorities all session. And it's not just the tax increases we've seen here, but their policies will result in local tax increases. We've already seen the numbers on those. Unfortunately, I think Minnesotans have seen this session and last session that single-party control with Democrats controlling all of state government hasn't served Minnesotans well.
Where does medical marijuana fit in all of that for you?
Medical marijuana is one of those issues that I think kind of transcends partisanship or anything like that. There's obviously strong opponents and supporters on both sides of the aisle in both chambers. I suspect that there will be a bill that we'll see in both bodies today. I don't know what's going to happen, but I understand they have what they think is a compromise language, and so it looks like we're maybe likely to see it.
Does it end up as an accomplishment for you, though, of this legislature?
I don't know that I would call it that. It's an issue that obviously there are people that have been suffering from seizures and other things that this may be one of the only things that helps them. If that's the case, we certainly want to help people that are suffering, and if this is one of the only things that will. I think it can be good. I think stopping short of the smoking portion of the marijuana is good. I think we've seen abuse from people that really don't need it in other states, so I think that's good.
Mr. Leader, how about Republican accomplishments this session?
Well, we found out that it's... What's that? This way?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we found out that... It's really tough to have single-party control in Minnesota, and as much as Democrats were making promises about the great things that they were going to do, really they didn't live up to those promises, and the list is long. We're really happy that we were able to control a few things. One of those was the bonding bill last night. Democrats wanted to bond somewhere in the neighborhood of probably $1.3 to $2 billion worth of bonding. That's as high as twice the average for a normal biennium. That's on top of the record, and much higher than ever in the past record spending in the state of Minnesota. We're at 11-12% spending increase just for this 2-year period. One of the things that I keep thinking about is that we come here really to serve Minnesotans and do what's right for them, to solve problems. One of the problems that we really haven't solved is Minnesota families haven't seen the full impact of the economic recovery. The state has seen a small budget surplus because we were pretty disciplined in not increasing spending over the last couple of years, but unfortunately Minnesota families haven't seen that. And the underemployment rate is at its highest point ever since they've been tracking that statistic in Minnesota. More than half of Minnesota families are working at a job at a lower income or at a lower skill level than what they're accustomed to. What we really need to do is put some of the money from this surplus back in the pockets of Minnesotans, and Democrats really have fallen short of that.
On the loose, you sound like you're in campaign mode. Are you and your caucus members eager to get out of here and start messaging this to the folks around the state?
There's a lot of policies that Democrats have been pushing that we think are going to be damaging to Minnesota families, to job creation, to job growth, to job opportunities in Minnesota. Frankly, we've been pretty cooperative in trying to get out of here quickly. The quicker we get out of here, we think the less damage that Democrats can do to Minnesotans. So we want to get out of here. We want to do good by Minnesotans. We want to do the things that Minnesotans expect us to do, that we can work on bipartisanly. And in those situations, we'll be there to help Democrats. We were last night. We will be today. But we think there's some things that could happen yet that could be really damaging. So getting out of here quickly, I think, will prevent that. And yes, we're eager to take our message to Minnesotans. And frankly, we think we've got a great message to tell. Not just about the things that Democrats have done, but about the positive things that we want to do and the reasons we think that Republicans should be back in control in the Minnesota House.
Thank you, Mr. Leader.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.